So what happens to your gun if you're carrying concealed and you get into a serious car crash? In this video, I'll break down that question with top criminal defense attorney and former state prosecutor Tom Grieve. It's just one guy. He was a prosecutor. Now he's a defense attorney. But before we get into that, we have a gun giveaway going on right now. You can enter for free, but it ends really soon. So quickly, click the link in the description down below to reveal which brand new gun you could win. I've gone through this before with some of my paramedic friends about what to do if they find a firearm at the scene of a car crash. And I was shocked and appalled at their lack of knowledge about firearms and firearms law. So let's get into this a little bit. You're carrying, you're legally, first of all, it's all on the up and up. It's all legal. You're an honest, law-abiding citizen. You're not fleeing from police or carrying a whole bunch of drugs or something else like that. You're an honest, law-abiding citizen. You get into a car crash, and they're not going to let you take your gun into the hospital. So depending on how serious you are injured, that gun's going to go away. What happens to it, and what is your recourse? How do you make sure you can get your gun back?
First off, you crushed that intro for me. Thank you.
Okay.
So if we're eliminating the spicy side of the equation of drugs, police chases, crashes, all that kind of stuff, and we're just on the good guy, wrong time, wrong place, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Somebody runs a red light and hits you. It's not even your fault,
right?
But they're still taking your gun.
So oftentimes, it's illegal to possess firearms in hospitals, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're being transported, I've seen cases where people, they might be, strapped to a gurney, receiving oxygen, and they're trying to tell the paramedic, I've got a gun, I'm armed basically, and I don't want to be getting a felony charge or a misdemeanor charge or whatever it might be in that particular location. Other times they're just too out of it, they're unaware, or perhaps they just totally forget. Right. Yeah. But that's certainly a major problem to be thinking about, right, is that. The second problem is, of course, we don't know if someone finds it, what are they going to do? To your point earlier, does somebody know how to safely retain a firearm, clear it, put it in a safe location where it's not going to be lost? So there's a lot of questions as to what can come up from both what can be a legal threat to you as well as what can be a physical threat to you or someone else that you need to be aware of.
Yeah, and the training that I provided to the EMTs and paramedics that I was working with was don't even touch the gun. Use your shears and cut the belt on each side of the holster and move the gun to a safe storage location. There's lockable boxes in the ambulances. Just set it aside and lock it up and let somebody else handle it, because at that point, there's lots of other stuff going on. So we don't want to make the gun into something that is more dangerous at the scene like that. But I also want gun owners to make sure that they have cataloged the ownership of this firearm. You should somewhere, somehow, have the serial number, make, model, type, color, description, whatever, all the identifying factors of this firearm stored in a location so that when you get out of the hospital and you start saying, where's my gun? That you can identify and prove that it is indeed your gun. And I love the idea of taking a picture of the serial number, keeping all that stuff stored with the information that, I actually own this firearm.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be absolutely critical to be able to retrieve it. And another thing to throw out there for you is, and it's illegal under 18 USC 922 sub G of federal code.
You had that like right off the top. That's great.
Yeah, it's not like I don't interact with it all the time.
Yeah.
That's basically what you fill out every single time you purchase a firearm. You go through the federal background check, the 4473. Are you the lawful purchaser of the firearm? Am I clinically addicted to marijuana? All that kind of stuff, right? So you might be lawful and on the up and up according to your state laws where it comes to cannabis consumption. Perhaps less so on the federal laws. And I say that because I have seen any number of cases, and many states do have laws where if there's a car accident and somebody's injured, it's automatic probable cause to get blood from all the drivers involved, right? And if you have something coursing through your veins that maybe the police are going to frown upon to one degree or another, oftentimes there's laws that are applied of, look, any detectable amount of restricted controlled substance, which is generally code for Schedule 1 under the FDA, which is code for cannabis, methamphetamine, heroin, all sorts of different things, right? Those are your Schedule 1s. Everything is illegal in Schedule 1, right? Well, a detectable amount plus possession of a firearm may give you intoxicated possession of a firearm charges.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not trying to scare folks. We're just trying to, and I'm not necessarily coming out in favor or against particular laws that might be on the books. And wherever it is that you are, uscca.com/laws. But people need to be aware of what the laws are. They need to be aware of what decisions they're doing and what impacts these laws can have. And if you don't like it, talk to your legislature, try to see if you can get a change. But otherwise, you can't make the right calls. You can't even be in a position to make the right calls unless you know what the rules of the game are. So these are what some of the rules are, and people need to be aware of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for your insight, for all your help on stuff like this. And folks, if you're carrying a gun, make sure that you can identify that firearm, because in a vehicle crash situation, that gun is probably going to go into the possession of some other entity, whether it is the ambulance service or the fire department or the police department or someone at the scene of that incident. So that's going to be very important to help you get that gun back. Thanks again, Tom. Thank you, folks, for watching all the way to the end of this video. And I will remind you once again that gun giveaway is going on, but it ends really soon. So click the link down below and reveal which brand new gun you could win. I'm Kevin Michalowski, Director of Content for the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to this channel. Click that notification bell. We'll let you know every time we come out with something new. Comment down below. Share the videos all over the place. Stay safe. We'll see you in the next video.